While the entire automobile industry is rushing blindly towards electric vehicles, one Indian company has quietly introduced something that could completely change the future. Mahindra has revealed a new commercial vehicle that is making electric car makers nervous and forcing the whole industry to stop and think if they have been moving in the wrong direction all along. This new machine is powered by CNG, and it is raising serious questions about whether electric vehicles are really the best solution. The big question now is, what makes this CNG-powered truck such a threat to the EV revolution? And why are global automakers suddenly trying to understand Mahindra's bold new strategy? The quiet revolution actually started in the heart of India. In busy markets and towns, small business owners have always struggled with the high cost of fuel and the lack of proper infrastructure. Mahindra saw something that companies like Tesla and other EV giants completely missed. While those companies spent billions building charging stations for urban, wealthy customers, Mahindra focused on the hard-working backbone of India's economy. The fruit sellers, delivery drivers, small transporters, and farmers who keep the country moving every single day. This is not something Mahindra realized overnight. For decades, the company understood that vehicles in India must be built tough. They have to survive on bad roads, face extreme weather, carry heavy loads, and still remain affordable for people with small budgets. That philosophy shaped every Mahindra vehicle, from the iconic Bolero to the rugged Thar. But in recent years, something very important happened. The number of CNG filling stations in India grew rapidly, from just over 3,000 in June 2021 to nearly 7,000 in June 2024. This expansion quietly made CNG easier to access than electric charging points. While experts and companies kept debating the future of electric vehicles, CNG sales started growing fast. In the first half of 2024 alone, sales of CNG vehicles jumped by 33%, reaching over 500,000 units. Mahindra's leadership looked at these numbers and made a bold choice. Instead of blindly following the EV trend, they decided to invest heavily in advanced CNG technology, but with innovations that nobody expected. This is where the Mahindra Bolero Max Pickup HD1.9 CNG enters the picture. At first glance, the name sounds like just another pickup truck, but it actually represents something extraordinary. It is not just a normal vehicle running on CNG, it is a carefully engineered machine designed to meet the real needs of India's working class, and it directly challenges everything we thought we knew about alternative fuels. The truck is powered by a strong 2.5-liter turbocharged CNG engine that produces 61 kilowatts of power and an impressive 220 Nm of torque at low RPMs. This means it can handle heavy loads and difficult driving conditions without struggling. It can carry up to 1,700 kilograms of goods and still deliver a range of 375 to 400 kilometers on a single CNG refill. But the most important advantage is time. Unlike electric vehicles that need hours of charging, this truck can be refueled in just a few minutes at any of the thousands of CNG stations across India. For a farmer rushing to deliver crops to market or a driver who makes multiple trips every day, this difference between minutes and hours could mean the difference between earning a profit or suffering a loss. Mahindra didn't just stop at making a strong CNG engine. For years, CNG vehicles were thought of as weak, slow, and only good for city autos or small cars. Mahindra's engineers took that negative image as a challenge. They developed a modern fuel management system that controls the air-fuel mixture in real time, ensuring smooth and powerful performance no matter the load or terrain. The engine itself has been built to rival many diesel engines, producing high power but with much cleaner emissions. Thanks to the turbocharger, it can perform even in high-altitude regions, making it suitable for India's varied landscapes. Every small detail has been carefully designed. The intake pipes are wider to allow better airflow. The compression ratio has been adjusted to get the maximum energy out of CNG while keeping the engine durable. Even the exhaust system has been specially engineered to handle the unique way natural gas burns. Mahindra also strengthened the truck's chassis with a double-layer steel frame and added a suspension system that automatically adjusts to different loads, giving drivers a smoother ride whether the truck is empty or fully loaded. Mahindra's Bolero Max Pickup HD1.9 CNG is not just another vehicle. It is a statement. It shows that the future of mobility doesn't have to depend only on electric vehicles. With the right technology, CNG can provide a cleaner, more affordable, and more practical solution for millions of people who cannot wait for charging networks to catch up. For the working class of India, this truck is not just transportation. It is a partner that delivers reliability, savings, and strength when they need it the most. Mahindra has not only built a powerful CNG engine but has also re-engineered every part of the Bolero Max pickup HD1.9 CNG to make sure it delivers safety, stability, and comfort under real working conditions. The braking system, for example, has been specially designed to handle the unique weight distribution that comes with carrying large CNG cylinders. The brake discs are bigger than standard, which allows them to release heat faster and perform better during heavy-duty use. Even the steering system has been carefully tuned, with a redesigned steering geometry that keeps the vehicle stable and easy to control, no matter how heavy the load is or where it is being driven. But numbers tell the clearest story, and the figures surrounding this pickup are making supporters of electric vehicles feel very uneasy. Let's look at the economics that are shaking the industry. The Mahindra Bolero Max pickup HD1.9 CNG is priced at about 1,119,000 rupees, making it affordable for small and medium-sized businesses. In comparison, similar electric commercial vehicles usually cost 40 to 60% more, which makes them harder to purchase for everyday business owners. However, the real game changer comes when we calculate the running costs. In most Indian cities, CNG currently costs around 70 to 80 rupees per kilogram, while diesel is around 90 to 95 rupees per litre. Because of the Bolero's excellent mileage, the savings are huge. For example, a delivery vehicle that covers about 150 to 200 kilometers daily would spend around 800 to 1,000 rupees on CNG fuel. The same journey in a diesel vehicle would cost 1,200 to 1,500 rupees. Over a month, this difference adds up to 12,000 to 15,000 rupees. Money that directly boosts a business owner's profit instead of disappearing into fuel costs. Maintenance costs also highlight Mahindra's advantage. CNG engines generally have longer service intervals and fewer parts that wear out compared to diesel engines. Since there are no complicated systems like particulate filters, diesel exhaust fluid, or complex emission control devices, there is less that can go wrong. This means lower repair bills and less downtime for vehicles that need to stay on the road to make money. The strongest reason behind this CNG pickup's success, however, lies in its real-world reliability in India's tough conditions, something electric vehicles still struggle to match. While EV companies showcase their cars in controlled environments with perfect charging stations, Mahindra designed this truck to survive the chaos of real India. Think of Ramesh, a small businessman who delivers vegetables from Delhi to nearby towns. His day begins before sunrise, loading goods into his truck. By 10 a.m., he is ready for his second delivery and needs to refuel. With the CNG Bolero, he drives into any of the thousands of CNG stations, refills his tank in 3 to 4 minutes, and gets back to work almost instantly. Now imagine if Ramesh had an electric truck. His morning would start with anxiety about battery levels. At 10 a.m., instead of refueling quickly, he might be stuck at a charging station for 2 to 3 hours, if he even finds one that works. That wasted time is not just an inconvenience, it directly reduces his income. The Bolero's 400-kilometer range means Ramesh can complete multiple trips in a single day without stopping frequently for fuel. Its suspension is built to handle potholes and rough highways with ease, while the powerful engine pulls heavy loads up steep hills without complaint. Most importantly, if the vehicle ever needs repair, any local mechanic in even the smallest town can fix it. That kind of accessibility is priceless for people who depend on their trucks daily. This is the secret behind why Mahindra's CNG pickup is truly disruptive. While electric vehicles promise a convenient future someday, this truck is delivering reliability and savings right now. What started as a solution built for Indian businesses is now catching global attention. Automakers around the world are studying Mahindra's strategy, realizing that CNG may be a more practical bridge technology between fossil fuels and full electrification, especially in countries where charging infrastructure is weak. In India, CNG vehicles are already proving to be a smarter choice in 2024. They are cheaper to buy, faster to refuel, supported by a strong and growing network of filling stations, and even backed by government policies. This model is beginning to influence markets in Southeast Asia, Africa, and Latin America, where conditions are very similar. Countries like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and several African nations are now considering CNG as a realistic alternative that reduces emissions and lowers costs without waiting decades for electric charging infrastructure to be built. The ripple effect is even spreading to places nobody expected. Brazil, known for its ethanol-based fuel system, is exploring CNG as a second clean energy option. Argentina, with its large natural gas reserves, is looking at Mahindra's example to strengthen its domestic automotive industry. Even in Europe, where electric cars are being pushed heavily, manufacturers in Italy and Germany are quietly studying CNG as an interim solution to meet strict emission rules while their charging networks catch up. Mahindra's decision to focus on CNG instead of blindly following the EV trend has done more than just launch a new truck. It has opened a global conversation. It has shown that innovation doesn't always mean following the crowd. Sometimes, real progress comes from understanding the daily struggles of ordinary people and building solutions that work for them today. International experts in the automobile industry are now studying Mahindra's strategy as a model for other developing countries. The company has shown that by understanding local conditions and the real needs of customers, new opportunities can be created that global giants often overlook. This has even led to partnerships and consulting requests where European and American companies are reaching out to learn from the Indian experience. For example, European truck makers, who have traditionally focused only on diesel or electric vehicles, are now beginning to consider CNG as part of their future strategies in emerging markets. Some of them are even thinking about joining hands with Indian companies to gain access to this valuable knowledge. This is a rare situation where technology and innovation are flowing in the opposite direction, from India to Europe and the US, which marks a big change in how the automobile world is evolving. But the true test of Mahindra's strategy is not just in boardrooms or consultant reports. It is in the market response and the way customers are adopting it. The numbers are telling a powerful story. In 2024, light commercial pickup trucks powered by CNG captured around 41% of the Indian CNG vehicle market. This is not a small achievement. It shows a major shift in how buyers are now thinking about fuel choices. Even more revealing is the timing. In 2024, for every electric vehicle sold in India, more than 12 vehicles powered by petrol, diesel, CNG, or hybrid systems were sold. Despite all the hype around EVs, this data shows that practical and affordable options like CNG are the ones actually winning. The commercial vehicle segment makes the picture even clearer. Unlike passenger car buyers, who may choose a car for its looks, status, or the latest technology, business owners make decisions based purely on logic and cost. For them, a vehicle is a tool to make money. The fact that they are buying CNG trucks in large numbers is a strong message. It shows what really works in the real world. Dealers across India have reported that Mahindra's CNG pickup has quickly become one of their fastest-selling vehicles. Orders are piling up, and production is struggling to keep up with demand. Even better, customer satisfaction scores are extremely high, which means that the vehicles are not just being sold but are also delivering on their promises during everyday use. This success is now forcing other companies in the industry to rethink their strategies and question their earlier assumptions. Mahindra's rise with CNG is creating ripples across the entire automobile industry. Traditional diesel manufacturers are now rushing to develop their own CNG alternatives. Many companies that had dismissed CNG earlier as just a short-term solution are now investing heavily in research and development. The reason is simple. The market has shown that there is a huge demand for affordable, practical solutions that don't require massive new infrastructure, unlike electric vehicles. Even EV companies are feeling the pressure. Their biggest selling point has been lower running costs, but now CNG vehicles are offering nearly the same savings without the headache of charging networks. As a result, some EV manufacturers are quietly working on hybrid models that combine electric power with a CNG backup system. Government policymakers are also paying close attention. The growing success of CNG vehicles is shaping decisions on infrastructure investment and emission rules. Instead of pushing hard toward electric-only policies, some regions are beginning to adopt more flexible, technology-neutral approaches that let the market decide the best path forward. Suppliers in the global auto industry are also adjusting. Companies that had earlier focused only on making electric vehicle parts are now turning back to design systems and technologies specifically for CNG. This is proof that Mahindra's success is not just about one truck, but about changing the direction of the entire industry. At the heart of Mahindra's achievement is a very different approach to innovation. While most companies begin with a piece of technology and then try to figure out where to use it, Mahindra started with the customer. They asked what the actual problems of the customer were, and then worked backwards to create solutions. This customer-first way of thinking influenced every decision in building the CNG pickup. Instead of asking what is possible, they asked what is necessary. Instead of focusing on flashy specifications, they focused on making the vehicle reliable and easy to use. Instead of targeting elite city buyers, they focused on the everyday worker and small business owner. This led to what may seem like simple changes but had a big impact. Larger CNG cylinders gave the truck more range. A carefully optimized fuel management system provided steady power. Stronger construction meant the vehicle could survive India's rough roads. And an affordable price ensured that business owners could actually buy it. Most importantly, Mahindra proved that the move toward cleaner fuel does not have to be a black and white choice between old technology and full electrification. CNG provides a practical middle path. It reduces emissions, lowers costs, and works with the infrastructure that already exists. The competition has noticed all of this and is moving fast. Tata Motors, Mahindra's biggest rival in the commercial vehicle market, has sped up its CNG development plans. Tata is already preparing to launch new innovations such as Turbo CNG and AMT CNG powertrain options, which promise even better performance. This is proof that Mahindra's idea was not only correct but strong enough to reshape the whole market. Even global manufacturers, who had earlier placed all their bets on electric commercial vehicles, are now working on their own CNG models. Some are partnering with local companies in India and other countries to quickly enter this market. The increased competition is now driving faster innovation across the entire CNG ecosystem. Engine makers are improving power and efficiency, fuel system companies are building better components, and CNG station providers are expanding networks to keep up with demand. This healthy competition is ultimately great news for customers, because it brings more choices, better products, and fairer prices. It also confirms that Mahindra identified a huge opportunity before anyone else and had the courage to pursue it. In the end, Mahindra's CNG strategy is not just about a successful truck launch. It signals a much bigger transformation in the way the automobile industry might move toward cleaner energy. Maruti Suzuki, India's largest car manufacturer, has shared its vision for the future. By the year 2031, the company expects that about 15 to 20% of the cars it sells will be electric. Around 25% will be hybrids, and the rest will run on fuels such as ethanol, CNG, and compressed biogas. This clearly shows that the future of transport will not be only about electric vehicles, as many once imagined, but rather a mix of different technologies that can serve different needs. The success of CNG vehicles in the commercial sector is now starting to influence passenger car buyers as well. Especially in price-sensitive markets like India, people are paying close attention to the real benefits of CNG: lower running costs, easy refueling, and affordability. This could lead to more interest in CNG cars across all categories, not just in trucks and pickups. Governments are also realizing that forcing only one kind of technology may not be the best approach. Instead of mandating only electric vehicles, many are now focusing on emission targets and leaving it to the market to find the best solutions. This way, cleaner alternatives like CNG and hybrids can grow alongside electric vehicles, without the delays and infrastructure challenges that come with an electric-only plan. On a global level, the story is even more important. Many developing countries face the same problems as India. Limited charging infrastructure, customers who are very price conscious, and the urgent need for reliable and affordable transportation. Mahindra's success with CNG vehicles offers a practical example that other companies and countries can learn from and adapt to their own situations. Looking at the bigger picture, this is not just about cars or trucks. It is about how innovation really works in the real world. While many companies are chasing flashy new technologies, Mahindra focused on what customers actually needed right now, and it worked. Their success offers important lessons for all industries. One key lesson is the importance of timing. While much of the automobile industry raced ahead with electric vehicles, Mahindra understood that in their main markets, the high cost and lack of infrastructure made EVs impractical for most buyers. Instead of making big promises or delaying action, they provided a solution that fit today's conditions. Another important insight is how well Mahindra understood its audience. They knew that commercial buyers care most about saving money and having a reliable vehicle, not about owning the latest trend. By designing a product that met those exact needs, they created something truly valuable. Mahindra's strategy also shows the power of patience. In a world where companies want fast results, Mahindra took the time to carefully test, improve, and perfect their CNG technology before launching it. This extra effort paid off, giving them a strong advantage when the vehicles finally hit the market. Their breakthrough proves that the future of transportation doesn't have to follow only the path that technology giants are pushing. Sometimes the most revolutionary move is not the most high-tech one, but the most practical one. While electric vehicle companies are focused on promises for the future, Mahindra is already delivering answers for today's challenges, solutions that work for real people in their daily lives. So the big question is, what do you think about this CNG revolution? Is it a smart way to move forward while the world prepares for electric vehicles? Or is it just a temporary step that delays the inevitable future of EVs? Share your thoughts in the comments below.